Hi, my name is Leah, and right now we are reading And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street. And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, "Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see." But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me sternly and says, "Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales." Now what can I say when I get home today? Now this is a very funny story. All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and looked and I've looked, and I've kept careful track, but all that I've noticed, except for my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. That's nothing to tell, of course. That won't do, of course. That's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart, and that is a story that no one can beat. When I say I saw that on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver would be a charioteer. A gold and blue chariots, something to meet, mumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's faster and he's fleet. And he'd look mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and sleigh. Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joey or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. There's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on a throne. Say, That makes a story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know. It still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would wipe it around in the air like a kite. But he looks simply grand with a great brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two at least. But now what worries me is Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll never race at a stop. They'll race at top speed. They'll straighten Mulvaney himself in the lead. The mayor is there, and he thinks it is grand as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street, with a roar, its motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that everyone makes a story. It makes a story that's really not bad. But it still could be better. Suppose that I add a Chinese boy who eats with sticks. A big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more, I'm almost home. I swung round the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps. I felt simply great. for I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me what sights on the way home from school. Now, there was so much to tell. I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly. From there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you? Or make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as beet. Just a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. The end. Now, the little boy Marco had so much to tell that he just couldn't start. It was so amazing. He thought his father wouldn't believe his ears. I don't really know, but this is a book from the library. I shall show you all the pictures right now. So, here's the first picture. This is Marco. This is Marco, the little boy, right here. That's Marco, going to school. This is the first picture. This is the first interesting picture. See, it's a man on a cart with a horse. Now it's a man with a zebra. And the zebra is pulling the cart. Now it's a courtier pulling a zebra and having a zebra pull it. But now the zebra is gone, and look, there's the man with a reindeer. Now the reindeer is pulling the sled, but anyone can think of that, obviously. Now an elephant is pulling the sleigh. This is an elephant pulling a big brass band on a cart. This is an elephant with two giraffes, that's his helpers, and this is the big brass band with a little man to listen to it. Now, this is the sign that says Bliss, Street, Mulberry. And here, this blue stuff is the street. Now this is the elephant and the giraffe, and these are all the police. And this is the big brass band with a few people now to listen to it. Now, this is a lot of things going on. I'm not going to explain this whole thing, but these are the mayor's people. This is the big brass band. This is the little man listening to it. These are the police, and this is the two giraffes and the elephant. Now, mayor's, man, band, airplane, confetti, giraffes and elephant, and police. We're almost done. Giraffes, elephant, airplane, 10-footed beard, man, police, a magician doing tricks, a Chinese boy, mayor's, man, band, and no, that's Marco. Do you see Marco rushing up the steps because he's so excited to tell a story? Now, and there is the cart. There is the cart with the horse.